Hi guys, it's the Almost Average Athlete here, and I'm out on my usual weekend run with Sprocket somewhere. And this week's vlog, we've got cycling, on-road and off-road, bit of running and a bit of mini pump track building in the back garden. I'm sure my wife said it was fine. So today's run is just a 50-minute easy, and normally that's a pretty straightforward run, but I've decided today to follow my coach's rule of thumb on easy runs, which is to not watch and just to go by perceived exertion. So I'm just going to run on a route that I know really well. I know how long it is in kilometres, miles, and roughly how long it normally takes me. So I'm just going to not look at my watch, run what feels easy, nice easy pace, and then see what comes out at the end. And in my experience, you often run a little bit faster because you're not tense looking at your watch, making sure you're keeping up to a certain pace. So let's see how it goes. Wow, it's literally like somebody's flicked the weather switch today. It's been stunning for the past few days, hasn't it? And today, such an easterly cold wind. I mean, it's not raining, so it's a bit of a first world problem, but even so, I think it hit about 25 in my garden yesterday, and I was out doing a spot of mountain biking. I thought rather than run the field edges, I'd get the cross-country mountain bike out and give it a go. And it was fantastic. It was really hot, but I enjoyed it thoroughly. Did about 30 miles, mostly off-road, and you can see the change in weather. And if you want to see what it was like, keep watching. Happy chocolate day. I'm sure we've all been indulging in that too much recently. I certainly have. But I've decided to come out on the mountain bike today and go out for a little ride, see if I can find some interesting bits of countryside to ride on, because there's only so many routes you can do on the road bike, and quite frankly I haven't been out on it for so long it feels a little bit alien. So today's MTB day. It's amazing what you find when you just go out for a little quiet bike ride up a byway when the kids have been playing about. Fantastic. with all my races this year, apart from Snowdon Marathon cancelled so far, I got in touch with my running coach, Gary House, hashtag a Run Strong Club, and asked him to put together a training plan that is going to keep me busy, occupied, give me a bit of enthusiasm, while still retaining a little bit of distance running. So he's put together a plan now, and it's going to be quite interesting, and I'll probably vlog a little bit about it. So if you want to take up some of the sessions, you can do. There's a mixture in there, a lot of hill reps, thanks Gary, and there's even some workouts in between running sets. So various specialist kind of running exercises, grapevines, butt kicks, that kind of stuff. You put in a couple of sets of those during your run, so that could be interesting. I'll probably video that because I'm incredibly lacking in flexibility, so I find that stuff a little bit tricky. But you know, give it a go, keep things interesting, and hopefully keep my enthusiasm up, so I don't just end up spending all my time on a bike, because it's easily done. My love of running is a very fickle mistress. I'm sure, like everybody else, I'm taking this long weekend to do stuff I wouldn't normally get to do. I'm still working full time, as is my wife, so we're busier than ever during the week, and we've got our daughter to look after, which is proving challenging. Again, first world problems. There are a lot of people struggling, and properly struggling, so I'm not complaining, I'm really not. So one of the things I did was tidy my shed out, and the reason for that is because it's chaos, and I wanted a better way of hanging up my bikes, and I wanted to see if I could find my turbo trainer, because it's got hidden behind about 8 bikes. So I've done that. I made some wooden hangers for my best bikes, if you like, which are pretty cool, and you can see a picture of those there, I think. So they're fantastic, dead easy to make. That's a GMBN hack off the YouTube, and easy peasy to make. You just need a saw and a drill and some screws and some 2x2 timbers. Easy. So I did those, sorted the shed out, and it sort of inspired me a bit, sorry about the wind, inspired me a little bit to get my road bike out. So I went for a little jolly on the road bike, and again took a bit of footage because the weather was fantastic, and cycled up to Framlingham, did the usual loop back via Ed Sheeran's house, and back home. So yeah, take a look. So there we go, that's the end of another run. Look at the watch. Yeah, pretty relaxed run. Did it at the sort of upper end of my normal clock watching easy pace, so I'm pretty happy with that. Dog's caught up finally. Yeah, it's all good. It's just really nice to not be watching your clock, watching the clock all the time. It puts too much pressure on you sometimes, I think, especially when you've got no races to train for. So these runs are all about base improvement, or they are for me anyway, so that when races do come along again, I'll be ready and I'll have a really good base fitness. Our house, barn, whatever you want to call it, it's never had a great lawn, but this year we finally got the lawn into some kind of reasonable condition. I know this sounds a bit like off on a tangent, but I really keen to sort of have a little pump track in the back garden, and I'd mentioned this to my wife, and I think I caught her at a very sleepy moment on the sofa, but she seemed to suggest that it was okay. So I went and got some topsoil from the top end of the farm, filled up the raised beds I'd built the week before so she could plant her strawberry plants and tomatoes and stuff, and oddly there was just enough left for me to build some mini jumps. So and they are mini because I'm hoping that my little daughter, once she gets confident on her bike, will be able to play on them as well, but they are primarily for me. So I did a little time lapse of us building them together, which is quite long, so I'll shorten it because nobody's got time for that. So yeah, here you go. A colleague of mine, he also has a vlog, and he lives up in the Lake District, and his YouTube channel is called Blank North Outdoors, and he loves getting up in the hills, good or bad weather. He's a funny guy, and he does some really interesting box opening, kit reviews, walks, and he really is in a stunning place. It really is beautiful. So yeah, Blank North Outdoors. I'll put a link video at the end of my vlog, so if you want to check him out, go for it. Thanks for joining us, guys. Me and Sprocket appreciate it, and if you enjoy these vlogs, please think about subscribing just down there. Tap the little bell, so every time I upload a vlog you'll get a notification of that. You may or may not want to turn that on, that's up to you. It depends how irritating you find me. So thanks again, and we will see you another time. Stay safe. Oh, and if you were wondering, I'm still a vegetarian. You're welcome, animals.